baptism, Chance said a great word at the fire. Valerie said a great word. Everyone, God spoke through everyone there. It was just really amazing. I wanted to go through my favorite part is when we were at the fire, and before I never really felt like that close to God, but when Chaz and Valerie talked to me, it was my first time I ever really felt like God in me, the Holy Spirit and everything, and I felt very close to Him.
This experience was really good. We had a lot of fun together, and I feel like we really grew together as like a youth group. We're all starting to come together as our own little family, and it's really great. You could see God working in everything we did, just everything. He was there with us the whole entire time, and it was really fun. I don't know. There were so many things that happened. The bonfire was really good, and when Pastor came, we all really felt his message.
Yeah, so my favorite part, along with a couple others, was the campfire. It was just, we went out 10:30 or something like that, and we got back in at 12:30, and it was an amazing time. We just kept adding on things we thought was on our heart that God was telling us and things like that. And with Carly, we were walking down the rock path and stuff, and it was hard. It was hard. And we got down there, and Chaz, he's your Christian walk's gonna be hard and stuff like that. And it was a really good thing to say over that. And it just spoke to me.
Carly and Keith said that when we were walking on the rocks, that just really stood out to me about our Christian life. And it's not going to be straight. It's going to be bumpy, and you're going to fall sometimes, but you're going to get right back up, and God's going to help you. And yeah, that's really all. Oh, and we went ziplining, and there was a little ledge that was probably about the size of the back of the seat. And I was just sitting on the edge of it for 5 minutes, just trying to get myself together, and then I finally went. Like everyone else said, it was a really amazing experience. It was really cool to see how God worked through all of us, and the rest of them said, the bonfire and the baptism was really good. Chaz's message was really good on that, and Pastor's message was really good too. Pastor's message really spoke to me, and each and every one of us got baptized, so I thought that was really cool. Even Val and Troy got baptized, so it was cool.
My favorite part was probably the bonfire, and Chaz kind of threw me under the bus and made me give a devotional. So he was like, hey, you're going to do a devotional just the girls, and I'll do it with the guys. And then we're sitting at the bonfire, and it was already 12 o'clock. He was like, hey, why don't you do this devotional? So before, I kind of got a revelation from God on when you accept Jesus, your heart changes, so everything else should change. And that's what I started to talk about, and then God just was kind of like, okay, JK, you're going to start speaking to people, and it wasn't even me, it was just God. I spoke to Hannah, but it was God speaking to Hannah. And Chaz really got, the anointing was so strong on Chaz, he was able to ask, questions to each one of them, and they would give an answer, and that answer led to revelation. Caitlin answered some questions, and when she said it, I was her answer was just so, on point, and it was just, everybody was getting revelation from that. And each person, it started out yes, Chaz's message and Pastor's message, there was such an anointing on them. When I talked, people felt God. But when each one of them talked, I felt God too. I want you guys to know it wasn't just the leaders that you felt God from. It was from each one of you. When every one of you guys talked and opened up, it was God. And it was so good to see them finally open up and just be open to each other. And they opened up about some struggles they had, each person, and asked for prayer on it. And I know that had to be hard for you guys, but you'll see change and you'll overcome those struggles because you opened up about it. So the bonfire is definitely my favorite part. I think that's when everybody kind of experienced God in their own way.
Amen.
That's pretty much everything. I don't really need to say too much else. I was just excited to be able to drive up there and to get the opportunity to do it. And I'm just thankful that I had a great time and they all participated. So, yeah, it was definitely a great time.
I would say definitely Bonfire was probably my favorite too. But just to give you a synopsis of the whole weekend, we met here at the church and we did pizza from 11 to 12 when we took off. Troy drove the van, which was really helpful. We got there and we played games for the first couple hours. We weren't allowed to get in our cabins until 5 o'clock, so keeping everybody entertained from about 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, that was rough. But everybody was a good trooper. Everybody had fun. We got in our cabins around 5 o'clock. They were really nice cabins, really nice facility. Really glad that you guys had a good time there. But ultimately, what they were talking about when they had mentioned going down to the creek to get baptized, there at Camp Kern, there's a trail that is like a dry ravine, so it's like all kinds of rocks and all kinds of stumbly places and different things like that. And we were all walking down there to get baptized. It's probably about a 30-minute walk. Some people lost some flip-flops and their shoes got damaged. But ultimately, that, like I said, that walk was really crazy. And I really felt God speaking to me the whole way down there. So when I got down there, I talked to them about how in a Christian walk, it is stumbly. There are things that you're going to come upon that are not going to be solid. It's going to be a little shaky. You'll fall. You might lose a flip-flop even in your Christian walk. But ultimately, you have to get up. You have to dust yourself off and know that you're still walking on that path, that path is leading somewhere, that there is a goal, that there is an outcome, that there's a future. And it's not out of the ordinary. It's not way far away to talk to these kids. That ultimately, the goal in the Christian life is to get to heaven. So when we were walking down that creek, when we were walking down that path, we had a goal. We knew where we were going. We knew that there was a destination. So when we got there, everybody kind of dived in and kind of cooled off just from the walk, and then everybody came back on the shore. And I got out in the water, and I talked to him, and that's how Jesus spoke to people. He was in the water, and people were up on the shore, and I just really felt an anointing to talk to them about that, and talk to them about baptism, and how as they go down, that's them laying themselves down. That's them dying to them old self. And that as they're raised out of the water, that's new life. And I really felt led to give them an experience where they could accept salvation with pastor's message, and then immediately they were baptized. So it was one to another, and it was really an awakening for them. Everybody got baptized as soon as I got done talking about baptism and things. Wade Wilson, he's not here today, but he sprinted to the water to get baptized. I mean, everybody was making a beeline to get in that water to get baptized, and everyone was baptized. And then after I gave the B part of that sermon, I gave the other half of that, and I told them, look, that walk down, it was hard, but that walk up is going to be a lot harder. You know, you might have got baptized and everything like that, but the walk back represents your spiritual life. It represents your walk with Christ after you get saved. It's still going to be hard. It's still going to be rough, but ultimately, you know where you're going. So we got back, and after that, we all sat around the fire, and I really felt a strong anointing to ask questions. The other day, Wednesday night, Myrtle was walking inside, and I really felt God come upon me to ask her a question. I asked her, I said, Myrtle, what's the key? Like, what is the key? And I asked her how old she was when she got saved, and she said 13. Is that correct? You said 13. So I asked her that, and I said, what's the key? Like, how do you stay in church? Because my heart for young people is I don't want to lose them after high school. I don't want them to be lost in the world. I don't want them to get to college and lose things. I want them to stay strong. I want them to be stable. So I asked Myrtle that because I felt like there were some people there that really needed to hear what Myrtle had to say. So Myrtle, she preached. She preached to these young people on the front porch and told them that it's steadfastness, that it's being disciplined in the Lord, that it's getting up, it's facing things that are hard, but always having your nose to the ground and fighting through and staying strong and getting stable. So all of them got that. At the bonfire, I really felt a strong anointing to ask questions. Just for them, I'd ask a question, someone would give an answer, and I really felt like somebody else needed to answer the other part of that question. So ultimately, that was great. And Val, she did an awesome job with her message when she talked about when you get saved and there's a change in your heart, everything else should change. There should be a change in your mouth when you get saved. You shouldn't talk like you used to talk to. There's a difference, and Val exposed that. Val talked about that, and that was awesome. After that, we all went inside, and I heard Val got to talk to the girls a little bit more, just as far as like relationships and different things like that. In the morning, we woke up. The breakfast wasn't really all there, I'll just be honest. But we got through, we talked through, and then we went zip lining. Zip lining was a good time. I know Chloe kind of mentioned it, but when we go to Kings Island, she does not do anything. Like, if it's high up, if it's more than like 5 feet off the ground, she don't want to do nothing. And that's okay. But we pray for fear. for Chloe at the bonfire. We prayed over that, and we told her that God had not given her a spirit of fear, but power and love and a sound mind. And we got there on that ledge. This ledge is 60 or 70 feet in the air. And like she said, it's not very, and it's straight down. And she got up there and she just inched. She get to the ledge, she scooped back, and she inched up again. We were up there probably 5 minutes, and she was contemplating. And I told her, I said, we're not going to do a countdown. Just know when you jump, I'm going to follow you. And she jumped, and we went, and it was a good time. She got down the very first part of it, and then she started smiling after she got done with her eyes being closed. So that was good. We had the zip line from 9 to 12, and it was really hot. If anybody remember Saturday, yesterday, it was hot. So everybody got a little tired after that around 11:30. So after that, everybody was ready to kind of get home, get in the van, and get some AC. So that was good. But overall, great experience. You here as a church at Xenia Christian Center, you have an awesome youth group. And it's not a Chaz thing. It's not a Dwayne thing. Dwayne started this way back. But it's a God thing. God is moving in these young people. The youth group, we changed our name to Awakening Youth Ministries. And there is a great awakening coming. There is a great awakening. There's a great revival coming from these young people. Their hearts have been stirred. And their minds have been renewed, refreshed. And it was just a great weekend. So if you don't mind, just maybe stand up on your feet and give them a hand clap for everything that they've done this weekend.
Amen. Are you proud of the youth group? The other thing that's great is this Wednesday night, the youth group are doing the entire church service in the sanctuary. They're leading worship. They're going to be the ushers, the greeters. They're going to take the offering. They're giving the announcements, and Pastor Chaz is preaching this Wednesday. So be here to support that.